Saturday. Christmas comes early.
Unbelievable! Welcome to this incredible scene.
Bills.
To the end zone!
Chargers.
It's a touchdown!
An exclusive NFL game.
That's fantastic!
Live in primetime.
Wow!
Only on Peacock.
With a Christmas gift to their fans.
They're having some fun now.
Bills versus Chargers. Saturday, 7:30 Eastern. Exclusively on Peacock.
Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby. You know what's up? Yes, Benjamin Betts, baby.
All right, world. I know you've been waiting for this next episode of the Benjamin Betts podcast, and we're back. We're here. We are covering Week 16 of the NFL slate. I'm your co-host, Corey. I'm here with my buddy, my co-host, Jared. Jared, how the heck are you doing, man? You all right?
I'm good. I really thought lightning was going to strike last week.
Yeah.
And I feel like the system is getting better, but the results did not turn out well last week.
Yeah, results, we're getting there. We're climbing the hill. We tried our new concept. We're going to do it again this week, where Jared and I basically have picked 6 games, and we haven't told each other what they are yet. And then we're going to go line by line, game by game, and whichever ones we match up on, those are going to be our 6 picks for the parlay. And then the mortgage, Jared picks one and I pick one, and that's how we get our 2-team teaser for the mortgage. So I will say, I feel like I liked the rhythm we were at this past week. They were just some weird games. It started off, we missed, you held back. You said, don't do Thursday night, the curse of Thursday night. I would have picked the under and had been quite wrong. If that had happened, there were only 84 points scored, mostly by the Raiders. But then our boy, your cousin-in-law, Jake Browning, quarterback of the Bengals,
Jakey.
he brought us back to a tie, if you will. We pushed, which that should have been a taste of things to come. But then we did have the Broncos plus 4.5, and that went down in flames against the Lions. And just the rest of the week was kind of poop. We hit the Dolphins spread, not the over, because the Jets refused to score any points. Texans and Titans.
No Tyreek.
And no Tyreek. We did talk about that on the podcast. The Giants, no, we didn't have the Giants. I think we had the Falcons. Did we have that? We had the Bears were in our mortgage. The Bears and Chiefs.
We hit the mortgage.
We hit the mortgage. We hit our 2-team teaser.
You don't have any fun money, but your note is covered.
Note is covered. You're good for Christmas. No sweating Santa Claus here for your mortgage. So, all right, man. Without further ado, are you ready? Are you ready to jump into Week 16?
I'm ready, and if you're okay with it, I'm just going to go down the slate and see where we match up.
Okay, that works for me, man. Let's go.
All right.
Let me pull out my notes too. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So we're Thursday night game, which I don't even know why we talk about this game because this is an ugly game, and I'm going to veto it if you pick it anyway. So Saints at Rams. Do you have any interest here?
Well, I assumed we were saying no to these games, so I held back. There was no I wasn't drawn to this game in any particular way. So
that's fair.
It did no. I passed on Thursday. Did you pass on Thursday?
Oh.
No.
I
was like, what? I was like, no, you didn't.
Let's go to Saturdays. We get some more Saturday football this week in lieu of Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Big divisional game. Cincinnati going to Pittsburgh. I stayed away from this game. Usually, you know me, I'm riding the Pittsburgh train.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can make an argument for an under here, and I probably wouldn't fight you, but I stayed away from this game personally.
You know, Jared, our boy Jake, he inspired me, and I do think Pittsburgh. I think the house is on fire right now, and they're getting everybody out, and it's bad. So I did pick this game. I had Bengals minus 1.5.
Okay, I can.
That's what I had.
I'm a reasonable man, Corey. I can come back with later and make some deals.
Okay.
I'm open for a deal. Okay. But let's move forward. Buffalo going to LA. I took the over here.
Oh, interesting.
I think this is a points-based game. Like Buffalo seems to have a little bit of their act together. They seem to have figured out their offense against a good defense last week. The Chargers still have a little bit of life in them. This game feels like a 31-14 win for the Bills.
Yeah, I didn't pick it. I was drawn to it just because I think the Bills are like the sneaky Super Bowl team that's not even technically in the playoffs right now if they started today, which I think is funny. And the Chargers just like, what the heck? Like, they just fell apart. So I was intrigued by it. 12.5 points is a lot. But you're right. The over is sneaky. I think the Chargers probably could punch in a couple touchdowns here in garbage time maybe. But I did stay away. But the over is always lurking for me. I'm always drawn to a good over. So
that's okay. That's okay. I think I'm going to get you on this next one. Colts, Falcons. You know I'm riding the Colts train. Colts, give me Colts plus some points going into Atlanta. I just think they're the better team. I think they've got some momentum. I said Colts plus 1.5.
Yeah, man. You know what? Jeez. I had Colts plus 1.5. Let's go, baby. Gardner Minshew. I think the Falcons are a dumpster fire. I can't stand the Falcons. How do you not win last week against Carolina when you have the division to play for? Just blows my mind. So I was like, screw the Falcons. Let's go Colts. Colts are, man, they're running. This will be a stressful game. I want to tell you, Jared, the Colts will be down one with like 22 seconds left on their own 30-yard line, and Minshew will complete a huge pass to Pittman, and they'll hit like a 52-yarder for the win and to cover. That's how we're going to cover this game. But I'm with you, baby. Colts plus 1.5.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm feeling that. Potentially the worst team in football plays home against the Packers. I don't know what to think about this game, and I stayed away from it.
I did stay away from it as well, but I did forget, and I only was reminded of this because I was pretty in tune with that Falcons game last week against the Panthers, but that Carolina doesn't even have their own first-round pick. It's actually owned by the Bears. So they actually have like nothing to play for. The Carolina Panthers, or they have nothing to lose for, is how I should phrase that. So like, they're probably going to actually try to win this game. And plus 4.5 seemed pretty enticing, and I don't know what the Packers are, but I did stay away too.
Okay. I like that. Well, I'm going to throw it to you for the next game. See if you got anything here, any feelers out. Cleveland traveling to Houston.
Yeah.
You like anything here?
It looks like C.J. Stroud is playing again. He's going to come back, but they still don't have a lot of people to throw to. And Cleveland, I still don't. I don't trust Cleveland. I don't trust Flacco. I don't trust anything going on. I stayed away. I did not pick this game.
Interesting. I took the under.
Oh, you took the under here.
I took the under here. For those reasons, like I just don't. I don't know. Like, and I feel like there's some argument here for some value because the line is at 40.5, which is a little bit higher than I was anticipating for this game, even with Stroud coming back.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that and I was like, I could see this game ending, 2013,
sure,
something like that, 2017.
Yeah.
So this was my riskiest pick in my opinion, but I said I had the under here.
I will say that if you were to get me on this game in any way, it would only be the under. That's the only way that I see this one even shaking out. And, if Schultz is still out, obviously Tank Dell is still hurt. So even their full squad of weapons aren't going to be here. And Cleveland's only way they win games is by defense. So yeah, 40.5 is probably, I'd say of all the ones so far that we haven't hit on, the ones that you and I have picked, I would say this one's the closest for me to flip. To take 40.5 under.
Okay, maybe we revisit.
So, maybe we revisit.
Maybe a little conversation later in the episode.
Maybe we go back.
Let's go to another good divisional game. A lot of playoff implications here. Detroit going to Minnesota. Talk to me about two streakier teams, unpredictable teams. Detroit ruined me last week.
Yeah.
I have no part in this game just because it feels like this could be 100 points could be scored in this game or 12 points could be scored in this game, and I don't know who's going to score them.
Jared, I'm a man that likes to roll the dice. I like a little craps table. throw me some 7s and 11s. I took Detroit. I think -3. I think the Vikings are ready to be taken out back and in shot. Is that too much to say on the show? I think I don't know what they are. I think they're done. I think put a fork in them. But the Lions, I think, turned a corner. And I think they go get a road win in Minnesota, divisional game. Just got to win by 3. That's not that much, right? I mean, we can win by 3 here. So that was my selection in this game.
I don't know. It's and I know like they're having a great regular season, but it's like it's Detroit, man. It's like they're gonna screw it up. I'll make a Mighty Ducks reference. It's like Luis Mendoza in Mighty Ducks 2. It's like, can he stop? Can he stop? He's so fast. The team is so good, but can he stop? Can he stop?
He
Corey?
stopped though. He stopped and like put it in, put it in.
Very end with some tutelage and some hard work. I don't know if Detroit Lions have a Hans.
Hans
along the way.
They don't have Hans.
I don't know. I think that's going to be a tough sell on me because the NFC North is a crapshoot.
Okay.
I don't think anything's more of a crapshoot than this next game. This is like JV football. I've said this all season about teams being relegated. Both of these teams should be relegated.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would watch this game.
I don't know
Maybe
why
they
either.
have like a family friend that's like 4th string that's going to play in this game. But I don't get it.
They probably would only watch this game because they put their mortgage on the line on it. I think would be the only reason. Yeah. So we will revisit this later. That's the only reason your Uncle Joe and so-and-so goes to the game, because Uncle Vinny has his mortgage on it. But we'll come back later.
Too good. All right, so we've each said 3 so far. We've each said 3.
Yep.
So we've got some bets coming in these afternoon and evening games coming downhill.
Oh, we do.
Corey, I must admit you've been disciplined. You've been very disciplined these last couple of weeks.
I have been. Thank you.
I'm sure that you were very excited this past week with a quarterback that I believe last week on this show you highly ridiculed came through for you in the clutch.
He did.
But are you taking anything with your Hawks with your city coming to my city?
That's true. Maybe I should come to this game. Maybe that would be a nice one.
That would be very nice. Yes.
Can you get us some tickets?
I will get us tickets.
Yeah, get us tickets.
Because no one cares to be in the cold watching the Titans right now.
Man, actually, if we could swing that would be fantastic. We'll talk after the pod. The last 4 games were circled on my calendar. Niners, Cowboys, Niners, Eagles. That was probably 4 losses in a row, regardless of what the Seahawks were and looked like at the beginning of the year. The fact that we avoided the 0-4 and went 1-3, I'll take it. And now, baby, these last 3, Jared: Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Arizona. If we can't finish 10-7, I don't know what we're doing. I think Geno's coming back. The Titans, I talked to our producer, Mike, big Titans fan. He said he's done. So Mike's gone home for the season. He's packed it in. Seahawks win by 3 against a Titans team that's done. Seems like the lock of the week right here. Give me Seahawks -2.5. That's the bet right now. Huge. And then you and I go to the game live. That would be awesome. We'll bring Mike with us. We'll make him wear a Titans jersey.
Listen, later on in the show, you won't have the opportunity because I took this too.
Oh, let's go!
I'm riding the wave.
Oh,
I'm riding the wave, baby.
Ride it. Drew Lock, Geno, Tarkenton. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Just throw him in there, baby. Here we go.
This is more so to slap the Titans around than it is any belief that I have in the Seahawks.
Hey, I will say having Kenneth Walker III back has helped a ton. Our running back. It changes the dynamic of our team. And so if he's healthy, I feel good. Let's go, baby. We got our 2 picks so far. I like it.
I like that. I'm with that a lot. All right. Jacksonville at Tampa Bay. Jacksonville coming off a loss. Did Tampa Bay lose this past week? I haven't been paying much attention.
No, they won. They beat the Packers.
Oh, beat the Packers.
Yeah, scored a lot of points.
Really, really tough win. I'm coming into this game, and I'm still on Team Jacksonville. You know, I picked them as my sneaky pick to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They're like these towns are not that far apart.
Yeah.
In Florida game, the home field doesn't mean a whole lot here, in my opinion. There's going to be a lot of Jacksonville fans at this game.
Yep.
I think Jacksonville is the better team.
Yep.
Yes, Baker, great, good for you. I'm glad you found a home.
Yep.
Somewhere, but I like Jacksonville plus, and I'm getting a 1.5.
Yeah. This is an interesting one for us. So I picked it as well, but I went over 43.5. Oh. Tampa does not have a good defense. Jacksonville is kind of wishy-washy, but Baker put up 34 points last week against the Packers. I know that Jacksonville had a bad week against Baltimore, but there's a bounce back aspect here. Like you said, this is a Florida home game for both these teams. You know, I think over 43.5 was a low number here. So that's what I was going for. So maybe there's a little something we can figure out here, but I like it though. I like your pick too. I just like the over.
That's fair. No, I respect that. I didn't take part in this next game whatsoever. Didn't want any part of Arizona at Chicago, even though I think if the line for Chicago was like 2.5, -2.5,
yeah,
I'd be more tempted by that. But I could see this game going awry.
Yeah, the Bears disappoint me. Like, they should have won last week against Cleveland. They did cover, which helped us with our mortgage bets. That was great. So thank you, Chicago. But they should have won that game. They blew that game against Detroit a few weeks back. Like, this Bears team was so weird this year. Sometimes they looked awful, and sometimes they were like, oh, this is a playoff team. I don't want any part of this either. I have no idea what's going to happen in this game at this point in the season. So I stayed away as well.
That's fair. I know you mentioned earlier you have a different game of the week. This next game is my game of the week.
Yeah.
2 playoff teams battling it out. Dallas at Miami. I think this game, and this is where I put my last bet down, apart from when we'll talk out the mortgage. I heard this morning on Get Up that these teams are collectively 1-6 against teams over 500. So one of them is going to walk away with a win over a 500 team, unless I think the most hilarious thing in the world would be if this game.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that stat. That's crazy. Is this going to be a tie?
I think that'd be so funny.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny because I'm not a believer in either of these teams in the moment, even though I am a Dolphins fan. I'm gonna throw something to you that you may not like, and you may buck back on this, and that's okay. That's the point of the show.
Yeah.
I like the under here.
Oh my gosh. You like the under.
I don't know what shape Tyreek is in. I think the defenses show up a little bit more in this game. Miami does not play well into anywhere near decent defenses. I'm getting wily. I'm taking the under here. I think that here's a huge temptation to take the over here, but I like the under.
So was that just because because they didn't cover last week, the Dolphins, and you feel hurt by that? Is that why?
Maybe. But it's just like, I mean, last week the Cowboys put up 10 points. Miami, they beat the Jets, but I don't know. This game just feels like I have this sixth sense that both of these teams are going to lock in, especially on the defensive side this week.
Okay.
And I just think this game ends lower than 51.5 points.
So do you know, is Tyreek playing?
He was questionable last time I looked.
He was questionable. Yeah, he's still questionable here. Jeez, his his like projected points is 22. That's so funny in fantasy, in a PPR league. So I had the over.
Oh.
I think the Cowboys. This is bounce back. I don't believe in the Miami defense. I think they're hurt. And I think anyone can look great against the Jets. And I think that game just got out of hand. I think the boys put up points, and there's nobody stopping the Dolphins putting up points. So, like, you roll out a score to me of, what would this have to be, 28, 25? That covers, right? Does 27-24 cover? Is it 50?
not.
That is not. We were a point short there. Man, Jared, I don't know. I think halftime 20-14 is somebody's up 20-14. So, you're almost there, right? So that's
Fair.
I think it's over. I think it's an over game.
Okay.
I think Miami has a lot to play for. The Cowboys still can, obviously they can a lot of things can still happen for the Cowboys. They can still win the conference. They can win their division. They could be a low seed here. Like I think, they have a lot to play for. So I like the over. I like the over.
Okay, so this is where it leaves us. This is going to be good. We're both locking in Colts plus 1.5. We like it. Seattle minus 2.5. We like it. We have 4 more games to decide on.
Yeah.
And then we'll go mortgage. And so let's lock in our 6, and then we can negotiate our mortgage.
Sounds good. Wait, I have one more game.
I have you picking 6 so far. Oh, did you throw your mortgage in there too?
Well, wait, did you have me down as the Commanders Jets?
No, I save that for the end.
Wait, so 1, 2.
You said Bengals, Colts, Detroit, Seattle, Jacksonville, Dallas.
Isn't that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Bengals,
5.
Colts, Detroit, Seattle, Jacksonville, Dallas, 6.
What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But 2 of them are my mortgage.
Right, so save those.
Okay, wait, hold on. Bengals 1, Colts 2, Detroit 3,
Detroit, 3,
Seahawks
Seattle,
4,
4, Jacksonville,
Bill,
Bucks over 5,
5.
Dallas, Miami over 6.
Oh, they were my. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Dallas was my mortgage. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why I'm thrown off. I have one more game.
Okay, well, go one more game, and that's good. We'll take the Dallas, Miami, and save that for the mortgage.
So wait, so you're done with you have no more
I'm
picks
done.
left?
Yeah, those are my 6 out there. Yes.
And this is the only reason. I would say the only reason, but I just have the fairy tale ending for this parlay, Jared, where our final game is the Monday nighter that finishes off the 6-0. So I had to go Baltimore, San Francisco. I think that you have the 2 leaders in each conference playing each other. And if we're 5-0 and that's our 6th game, we'd be freaking out. I took the over. Nobody stops the 49ers right now. So they're good for 35 points. You can't tell me Lamar can't squeeze out 10, 14 points. You totally can. So even if this game is like 35-14, they cover. 35-10, 12, that's a weird score. But like, I like the over here. And I like it to finish off Monday night with our parlay hit.
Okay.
I know that tugs at your heartstrings too.
Oh, it scares me.
So that's my, that would be my little throw it out there to you.
Okay.
And then my 2 mortgage selections would have been the over and the other one. And the
What a
under
Christmas
Commanders.
Day present that would be.
I know it's Christmas Day.
and I'm not going to pick that because I won't bet on a holiday game. So, nope, veto.
What?
Veto.
That's a
I don't want part of
stupid.
Thanksgiving. I don't want part of Christmas. I want nothing to do with either of the I don't want a holiday game.
Okay, wait. So
We
if
play differently.
if we're 6, if we finish this parlay, if we hit it, will you do a Santa selection? I was going to call it a Christmas trio, but that doesn't sound as good.
If we hit the parlay on Saturday and Sunday games, I will 100% go in on a parlay, a big parlay with you on Christmas Day.
Okay, all right, deal. Okay, I'll take it. I can live with that.
The only thing we have to worry about is there's sports betting in Florida right now.
There is.
Okay, then we're good.
But you know what? Actually, your boy will be in Colorado too, so we'll be fine. We'll be fine. In fact,
Alex is gonna say, "Why didn't we get any Christmas presents this year, Daddy? Where are my Christmas presents?
Where's our plane ticket back home?" Well, I have a feeling there's gonna be a Christmas Day parlay, regardless if we go 6-0.
Oh my God! My mouth.
Merry Christmas.
Oh my God.
Merry Christmas to me.
Okay, I'm going to start the negotiations and then we'll work on the mortgage.
Okay.
With that in mind, because I do think there's a lot of fun games on Mondays, here's my pitch to you.
All right.
If you give me Cleveland, Houston,
Okay.
then I will give you Bengals. And then I think we bundle it and have both of our Jacksonville.
Oh, that's good.
As a part of one, because there's not a conflict of interest there.
Okay, so give me the rundown then. What our 6 would be?
It would be Bengals -1.5, Colts +1.5, Cleveland, Houston under, Seattle -2.5, Jacksonville +1.5, over Jacksonville Bucks.
And then that would be our 6 team.
That would be our 6 team.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. So we could have this sucker wrapped up by the afternoon games.
Plenty of time to make a maybe even an evening parlay bet as well because it's Christmas time.
Man, that would be wild. So the 4 of our 6 would be in the noon slot, and then our only one would be Jacksonville Tampa. I would be so hard on Jacksonville Tampa like none other. I'd probably be like sending tweets directed to Baker Mayfield. Hopefully he reads them at halftime about some bad things. That's okay. I like it, man. I liked the under with Cleveland Texans. So I'm okay with that. You're okay with riding Jake Browning.
I'm with Browning.
One more week. Okay. He can cover 1.5. That's not bad. And then, yeah, Jacksonville. Okay, let's go. You have a deal, sir.
Okay.
What's our mortgage?
I have one more bet that I want to throw into the ring for the mortgage.
Oh. Okay, so I want to go with the under Commanders Jets. That's what I want mine to be.
Okay, and I'll see you. I want to where'd it go? I want to tease the Patriots Broncos game, and I want the Broncos just pretty much close, but it boils down almost to an outright win. Let me look at the line one more time. It would be right now it's Broncos -6.5, so Broncos -1.5 or 2 points.
Okay.
That's what I just I think we need to stay away from. If we can't see eye to eye, I think we need to stay away from the Dallas-Miami game.
I'm with you. That's fine. We can stay away from Dallas-Miami. We can go. You're over. I was over. You were under. That felt like I'd hold it against one of us would hold it against the other one if we lost that. So I don't want to touch that one. I'm with you. Broncos win this game. There's no way the Patriots. They have no motivation to win a game right now. So I could say maybe they keep it close, but yeah, Denver. They have a bounce back this week. 1.5 -1.5 all day. Let's do it. Okay. There's a sneaky little bet right now. Hey, you were telling me that the Cowboys nor the Dolphins have beat a team above 500. That's what you said?
1-6.
Jeez. We don't have to necessarily make a wager that it'll tie, but we could make one that there will be overtime, which, kind of leads us down this path anyway and protects us a little bit if there's a game-winning field goal. Plus 1,300. 13-1 odds, that'll be overtime. That could be worth just a little $50 right there. Boop, boop, and we just see what happens.
A few more last-second Christmas presents for the kids.
Well, Papa Corey won't be there until the next day, so I can't make that one. But don't you worry, son. There will be others. Oh, man. I'll have to record. I'll record from up there next week. That'll be good.
All right, so I'm gonna rehash this one more time, and then we'll wrap up our episode for the day.
Okay.
We have the Bengals and my brother-in-law Browning.
Yep.
Going in, and we'll take a -1.5.
Yep.
Colts, we like them. AFC South.
Yep.
Do it. Take down those Falcons that have screwed us on too many bets this year.
Freaking Falcons.
Seattle wins this past week. They do it again this week versus the Titans.
Come on,
Go
baby.
Home, Titans. Don't do it. Wait Wait, Shroud, TJ's back. It doesn't matter. No points. Cleveland at Houston. Well, I like it. And then the game that's going to cap off our first ever parlay, a Florida game, which is actually where I will be. So I will be watching this game in earnest with Florida people.
Oh.
But I won't tell them that we have Jacksonville plus 1.5 because they're all Bucs fans. And we'll take the over there. So I'll be rooting for points, and a last-second field goal by Jacksonville. We'll take home the money for the kiddies this week. The mortgage to get you paid will take a terrible game.
Ugh.
A terrible, terrible game. Jets and Commanders. We're taking the under there. We're going to tease some points. Then another terrible team, the Patriots, is traveling to Denver. We understand they both play in the cold. Altitude is too much for them. We'll take Denver minus 1.5. You might make your mortgage. You might make a bunch of money this week. And then if all of this goes according to plan, just be looking out there on the Benjamin Betts Twitter or what's your Corcor?
Rogue Coco is the Twitter. Just go to our Instagram. Just go to the Instagram.
Go to our Instagram, and you may see a slew of Christmas Day bets that we're not talking about. And then I imagine that there will be withdrawals also from the personal Corey Dickman account for many different things over the course of this weekend.
There's been a little.
Your mortgage is paid.
There's been an amount of. There's a balance in that account. It's been sitting there for a while. It needs to be spent. Oh, I can't wait. This is going to be an awesome weekend. We're going to hit all this.
It's going to be an awesome weekend. Well, Merry Christmas to everybody, all of our listeners out there. Enjoy it. Again, play safe.
Yes.
Have fun with everybody. And we'll be back for week 17 next week as games start getting interesting because people start sitting down. It makes fantasy very interesting. It also makes betting very interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, for Jared and Corey, this is Benjamin. See y'all next week.
See ya.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.
Frozen, heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hey, I'm Zach,
And I'm Mike.
and we have a fantastic new podcast to tell you about. Bros, Foes, and Heroes. It's the two of us looking into the world of comics, breaking down some characters that you may have never heard of, and some that are just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so Zach comes up with a character each time, and I go into it just completely blind. I don't know who this person is or what their abilities are or anything, and basically I guess we kind of go over their origin story and just some of the ridiculous stuff that maybe, especially Golden Age stuff.
Oh, Golden Age stuff is always the best, and we will make sure to highlight all of the shenanigans and just absolute weirdness of everything.
Yeah, that's right. So subscribe today and follow us on Instagram at Bros Foes Heroes.
And if you don't, I know where you live. Not really, but please subscribe.
Frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about frozen heroes. Gonna tell you about.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.